Okay, this is my outside row that I planted last year. Black raspberries, Jewel, and Bristol. Got one down there in a pot that I gotta plant. They're doing all right. They'll all be second year plants. Got another pot there that I need to plant. And then this, well, I can do it this way. On this side are the Niwot that I planted last year. And on this side are Jewel. And most of these are third year plants. Niwot. Jewel. All the way up to there. That's about 7 foot up in the air. But I took the canes and I just arched them over and cut them off at about 9 to 10 foot. Then these down here are supposedly Bristol, and they produced last fall, and these same canes have flowers on them and are producing this spring, summer. There's the end of my Niwot row. These I planted kind of late last summer. They didn't produce much at the end of the growing season, but they did produce a few. That is another Jewel that I just put in at the end of the row. It's donated from a neighbor. And then, oh, there. That's what it looks like coming down the row between the Jewel and the Niwot. I've just got some huge canes on these Jewels coming in. Then I'll take you down then this is another row of Jewel, and then that same row of Niwot, which has got just tons of flowers. And these are up about 6 foot high on this row. And then some new canes coming up. And there's my finger, so you can get an idea about how big the canes are. And most of my new canes, there's some there, they're about the same size. These Jewel over here, there's a couple of third year plants, but most of them are second year plants. Niwot. And then hopefully this side will fill out this year. I got a few more canes coming up. There's some nice big canes, prima canes coming up. Some there, some there. That big boy, he's up about 3 foot. Not too shabby. And then there's a new prima cane on the Niwot, and all the flowers on the Niwot. Just absolutely loaded. Then let's go over here. I can show what's going on with my wild black raspberries. Got 2 rows, probably about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So about 12 plants per section, so there's 60, probably 70 plants. Most of these are second year plants. A few of them are third year. I had some rust started back there and I cut those out. That's the neighbor's dog barking. They really love me, as you can tell. There's some primocanes coming up. Another primocane there. That one's got quite a few flowers on it. Those are going to be transplants. More down. I've been weeding, so I've got to mulch these yet. A little behind. Primocanes on that one. It didn't have much of a cane last year, but it's doing pretty good this year. Those are coming up pretty good. Lots of flowers, lots of flowers. I think they're working on their YouTube premiere. Primocanes on those are looking pretty good. Got a nice red primocane coming up back there. Some good ones over there. So far, so good. As long as we don't get any nasty frost. I got these mulched. Still got to mow and do some weed eating around them. These are second year. I transplanted all those last year. And then these are the third year black raspberry. These are some kind of purple raspberry that produced at the end of the canes at the end of the season in September until it frosted, and they have flowers all over them. Some nice primocanes there coming up. Got a nice primocane in there shooting its way up. I got mulch around them. Thinking about putting some straw down around them too. Try to keep the weeds down. Would have been easier if I would have got on it first thing this spring instead of waiting. So next year, check out all of the flowers. Just absolutely loaded. Here's a nice primocane. Hopefully the cane borers don't get me this year. They hit me pretty hard last year. And that's the black raspberries.